Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here for our dear friend Joe, dear brother, beloved brother, outstanding musician, great human being, humanitarian. Can't say enough about our dear Joe. He would be knocked out to see all your beautiful faces here tonight. Mag, oh my God.
I need to say hi to Bob.
And I know he would be deeply touched to see everybody. Deeply, deeply touched, because that's the kind of guy he was. Very sensitive guy. I'm going to try not to talk too much because I have more music. You know, I have a lot of Joe's stuff. 3 songs of Joe's that I picked out tonight and 2 of mine. I met Joe when I was a teenager. I actually met Tom, his brother, first. In fact, I want to introduce the family. Sister Marlene is here, right back there. And brother Tom, yeah, absolutely. Brother Tom Azarello, sitting right over there. One of the finest bassists on the planet. Speaking of which, also Bob Magnuson is sitting right there. We have some heavy hitters here tonight. And Mark Dresser is here as well. Woo! Oh my God. And several other great, fantastic musicians that I'm going to bring up. And I have a list. And I promise everybody will get a chance to play. Yeah, I met Tom when I was a teenager. I met Joe shortly after that, so I've known Joe for many decades. We're the kind of friends that talked on the phone every day for decades, okay? And I mean, somebody had to, you know, counsel him on all his girlfriends, right? Come on. You guys know Joe. I mean, it was like that up until like the last year I saw him. He was still talking to me about chicks. I'm like, Joe, you're killing me. Yeah, it got to the point, actually, it got to the point where I was either, yeah, you might want to, you know, stay away from that one, or you might want to marry that one, you know. It got to that, you know, simple place. Yeah, I tried to get him to marry the gal who was the heir to Folgers, but that didn't work out. Yeah. Anyway, he was just my bud. He was like my brother. So I wound up, you know, stealing a bunch of his chords because he was a great pianist, and I was real serious about learning piano so I could figure out how to improvise on the flute better. And I wound up, of course, I used to call him the chord king, stealing a bunch of his chords and going home practicing them in all 12 keys like we all do. And I wound up a few years later, my early 20s, writing a piece for him called A Waltz for Joe. The cool thing about this tune, which we're going to start, is Joe got Mike Wofford the music, and then I got a message on my answering machine a couple weeks from after he got the music that he recorded it on a solo piano album project. We didn't know Mike was in the middle of recording an album called All Alone. And it was just like Joe and I never recovered from the fact that Mike Wofford recorded this song that I wrote for Joe. It was kind of a big deal. And then 20 years later, another great piano player, Dave Mackay, also recorded it. So it's been out there in the world, and I wrote this for Joe. It's called A Waltz for Joe. Hope you guys like it. Well, that ridiculous piano solo is Grant Levin. Grant came all the way down from San Francisco to be here tonight to help me honor Joe. And of course, the wonderful Rob Thorsen on bass. Duncan Moore on the drums. Duncan and Joe and I did a million gigs at least. Rob and I did many, many gigs with Joe. Joe and I used to have a band called Laurie Bell and the Italian Jazz Giants. It was totally for real band. Remember Tommy? Tommy's cracking up. It was Joe, Tom, and Tony Murillo on drums. Oh, what a band that was. Oh my God. Bob's laughing. Those were the good old days. Oh yeah, that was a really fun band. We actually, we really promoted it like that too. It was so funny. With Joe's hand, the guys hovering over me. Anyway, during those great days when I worked with Joe a lot, he used to pull out one of his favorite compositions that he wrote. And so recently I got together with Joe's sister Marlene, and I got all of Joe's music, and a lot of it was, handwritten, really old, torn, barely readable. So I had all of Joe's stuff, the stuff that we're going to do tonight, had it all charted. It looks all beautiful. If anybody wants copies of anything, just let me know and I'll email you a PDF, because it's really just so wonderful. Oh, this is one of Joe's great songs called Nova Notion. Thank you guys. He grabbed my middle name and my last name. It's always an honor to have somebody write a song for you, and I'm tremendously honored to get a chance to play it tonight on behalf of Joe's memory. It's called Joy Bell. This next song of Joe's is a gorgeous ballad. We recorded it a number of years ago on a project that Joe was working on with Amelia Homer, and it's on a record called Amelia's Themes. It's really one of the prettiest songs ever. I know some singers that actually put words to it. Anyway, we're going to feature Rob on this one, and I hope you enjoy A Little Poem by Joe Azarello. The best. I know you know it. A lot of people know Joe's songs. This might be one that you might know. I'll start bringing people up. Thank you so much for your patience. We all know Joe was a great musician, great player, had tons of personality and style, a lot of color, a lot of taste. He played great behind singers. My husband affectionately used to call Joe Melodious Plunk, which I thought was very cool thing to call Joe, especially when Joe was in his monk thing, you know. So I wrote, we're going to end with a piece that I wrote for Joe, another piece that I wrote for Joe that I titled Melodious Plunk. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It's with the idea of Joe playing monk. Okay, we're going to give this a whirl. Duncan Moore on the drums. Thank you so much, Dunk. Thorsen on bass. Levin, all the way from San Francisco on the piano. Yeah.